Hello everyone, it's Vicki here, designing with the Hip Kit January kit still, and a sketch which I've designed for this month. I'm really excited to still be on the team for another term, so you're stuck with me, but hopefully I'll give you some inspiration. So I'm following the sketch very closely, and on the sketch is some paint behind the strips of paper. So I wanted to do those in black. So I've got some Indian ink in my stash, just plain black ink. So I thought I would brush that on with some water and just put a splash and leave it to dry for a minute. While that happens, I'm cutting out some strips. So on the sketch, you'll have seen there were some strips underneath the photos that are stitched through onto the layout. So I'm just cutting some strips to put on there. And when I put them on and have a look at that, I think to myself, I need the black to be darker. So that's what I do next. I just put ink on without the water, just to make it darker. So I should have done that in the first place, but it's done now. So as you can see, that's a lot darker there, and I think it just adds more depth to the page. So let that dry, help it along a little bit, and that's how it's going to look. So I just cut the strips a bit shorter so that they'll fit across there. And the next thing you see, it's cut because I've done my stitching. So I don't know if you can see that. You'll be able to see it better in the close-ups, but I've done the stitching along there. So here I'm adding some splatters and just drying those up a bit, just to add a bit more to the page at the top and bottom. And this is why I designed this sketch in the first place, because I had this set of thickers, and silver is not really me. I prefer gold, so I was determined to use some of these stickers. So that's what I did, and I think I was successful in using the word celebrate and the stars. So I'm just deciding what to do with my photos. I've got one of these pink fresh frames in the middle, so I framed the picture in the middle, and the other two I've just left in sort of a Polaroid style, which I cut from my photo printer, but you could equally just use some white cardstock to do that. So my title is going to be Celebrate Crafty Friends, and I play around with this title quite a bit, so hopefully it doesn't bore you too much, but the colours, I just wanted to make the colours work, and then I realised that Celebrate wasn't central, so I have to fix that. Should have thought of that in the first place. So I put in Crafty. I think I'm going to Crafty Friends. What I realise is that this pinky colour doesn't really go with my layout, so a few things are going to change in a second, and you'll see that. I'm just looking for some stickers here to put on, but here's where I start to change the pink, and then I realise, of course, I've got to change the pink at the bottom. So I went back to an old set of these alphas from a previous kit. I can't remember which one, but it will have been within the last few months, and do friends with a different colour. So you'll see that coming up in a second. I just pull out a couple of flowers from here, I think, just to add in. What am I thinking? What am I thinking? I'm looking, this is where I was looking for the alpha. So I'm much happier with this colour. It goes much better with the layout, and I use that instead. So there we go, and that's just what from the free January printables. It says Finding Joy Together. So these pictures of me and some of my scrapbooking friends from a recent retreat, and we all did funny Snapchat photos. I thought was quite cute, so I thought I would put them all on a layout together. And yeah, so it was good fun. So I'm sticking those down. Project Life card, I'm going to cut out a couple of flowers from there. And I'm not going to waste that. You'll see that I'll use the rest of that in a second. So here's where I pull out the Chamel stamp set, Head in the Clouds, and I just pull out the star just to add a few more stars around the page. There we go. I like that. I think that looks good. I just did that with Stays on ink, so it's permanent. And then I stamp a camera on the back of the rest of that Project Life card from the same stamp set. and I'm just going to fussy cut that and put some paint on it. So I use a shimmer spray from a previous kit. It's Pop Art Pink, I believe, and just put a little wash in a couple of places on there. Nothing too heavy, just to give it a bit of colour. And then that's going to go there on the side of that photo. Just put a bit of foam on one side because I foamed the photo. I just wanted it to sit on the photo but also not to collapse the other side. And I just add those two flowers that I cut out there, that side. And that's the final layout. I hope you like it. I hope it gives you some inspiration for the sketch. There are some close-ups here as well to show you the stitching and the ink. And I hope to see you back soon. Please subscribe to my channel and I'll be back soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.